Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Series 23 of the Spin Master Monster Jam Mainline. I'm going to have to calm down, guys. My intro got a little too exciting there. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're taking a look at the Spin Master Monster Jam Mainline once again. One of my favorite things to make videos about nowadays is the Spin Master Monster Jam Mainline, just because it's so interesting, you know? There's always cool stuff coming out. And boy, oh boy, that last video I did, oh dang, there are a lot of funny takes in that video. But yeah, this next one should be really interesting. All right. I was zoning off there for some reason. Anyway, so today's video is going to have some interesting trucks in it. This case is really interesting, and I'll tell you why. The reason why this case is so interesting was because of what's in it. If you notice at the beginning of my video, I always put 3 trucks or 3 vehicles on the screen at the beginning of every video I do. What that is I'm displaying from left to right side of the screen, I'm displaying my favorite or least favorite truck of the case, my favorite vehicle of the case, and then the first truck that I'm going to review in the video is on the far right. So if that helps you perceive where I'm going to put everything here on this video. With that being said, you don't know how hard it was for me to pick a truck to go into the bad spot, the far left. And the reason why is because I really have no complaints about this case. Every single truck in this case is amazing in its own way. Every single one of them. This might arguably be one of my favorite cases of Spin Master trucks they've ever released. Is it my favorite? No, but it's up there. This is definitely top 5. This is a really good case because, like I said, there's no bad trucks in this case. They're all good, all in their own special ways. And yeah, so we're gonna take a look at all of them. Like I said, the reason why I chose Gravedigger to be my least favorite was because it was kind of basic. And I'll explain why I put it there for being basic. It'll all make sense. Anyway, that'll be the 3rd truck we look at. The first truck we're going to look at, if you just listened to me and understood my little methodology there, you'll understand really easily. The first truck we're going to be looking at today is Zombie. Now, this is a cool one because this ain't your grandma's zombie here. This is a big boy zombie. I don't know what I'm talking about. My camera's flipping out. Hold on. So this right here is a really interesting zombie. Now, legend has it, this is a prototype idea. You see, back when Zombie Invasion debuted, some of you may remember the Fire and Ice series and whatnot. Well, to replace the Fire and Ice series came the Zombie Invasion / Zombie vs. Hunter series. This zombie that you're looking at right here was meant to be the zombie in the Zombie Invasion series, but it got canceled. So instead, we ended up getting it in the mainline as a sub-in for Skeleton Zombie, which we still have not gotten from Spin Master. Even in 2023, we are still not getting a correct Skeleton Zombie. Who knows if they're ever going to make that one? I don't think anybody truly knows if they're going to make that one. I'm not going to put my money on it, though, if I'm being completely honest. I am going to put my money on it. I think at some point they're going to make Skeleton Zombie. It's just not going to happen anytime soon because they'd have to make a completely brand new casting. Well, to be fair, they did make brand new castings for a lot of these. My tried and true tactic is not working here, guys. There we go. Just took a little fighting with it. So yeah, this is we're gonna call this one the Zombie Invasion Zombie is what we'll call this, because that's pretty much what it is. You know. Again, we got posters. We got posters with every single one of these. We will look at that at the end of the video, like we always do. The accessory for this truck specifically is a purple crush car. Looks really good. Love it, love it, love it. Love the purple crush car. Always need more crush cars, you know. I'm a bit of a hoarder like that. And then here is the name placard insert. It is not customized. This is a normal zombie insert. They did not go through the effort of making it look like that zombie logo for some reason. Who knows? All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the prototype Zombie Invasion Zombie. So we have a white body, or like a bone, almost like a bone colored body. We got a bone colored body with, like I said, like, what would you call that? Ivory. We got an ivory colored body with a black chassis, black roll cage, black tires, and charcoal gray rims. So taking a look at the side detail here, it's just all bullet holes down the side, which is really interesting. I like that choice there. And I wonder if they did that intentionally. The truck that oh wait, I know why they did that. The truck that Zombie was paired up with in the Zombie Invasion 2 packs was Soldier Fortune, which is an army themed truck. That's why he's covered in bullet holes. Nice job, Spin Master. That's a cool hidden detail. That's actually really cool. That is actually really, really cool. I didn't notice that until now. The Zombie logo is blacked out and covered in blood, which is really interesting. And you're going to notice these weird like booger thingies, these weird slime nuggets here. Well, the reason why those are there is because the Zombie Invasion truck actually featured the slime nuggets there. So it was just a normal zombie, but with the slime nuggets, which is really interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's that. Taking a look at the front here, you got the teeth. There's blood up here on the teeth, which looks really interesting. Blacked out eyes. So this is meant to be both a skeleton. This is kind of meant to be skeleton zombie, but at the same time, not really. So it's really interesting to see that. And then the brain up here as well with the bone and everything. For some reason, the hair is made out of bone now, which is really strange. I don't know. I feel like they should have been able to cut that off, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to complain, though. I know that making these trucks is not as easy as it seems. Of course, you got the brain showing there, which looks really cool. This side's exactly the same. You're going to notice that the clothing here is all tattered up. It's a bit of a pinkish color now, which is really cool. You got the blood splatter and everything. And then the back end features the new zombie logo with the bullet holes and MoshJam.com in black. And then, of course, like usual, I just showed that the zombie arms do move. And there's a gray ear right there. A little hidden detail. Zombie arms do move. And so, yeah, there you go. That is the Zombie Invasion prototype zombie. Way back when Gravedigger first made its way into the world, you know, like I always like to tell people, Gravedigger never looked like that in the very beginning. That's what we know Gravedigger as. But when Gravedigger first made its way into the world, when it was but a wee little monster truck, it wasn't even a monster truck. It was a mud truck, and it looked like that. If you may remember in the last case video that we did, we looked at a blue panel Gravedigger. Blue panel Gravedigger was the first time that Gravedigger turned into a monster truck, the second version of Gravedigger. What you're looking at right here is the little tiny baby Gravedigger number 1. This is the original Gravedigger, which was, as I said, holy crap, that scared me. Which was, as I've said, a mud truck. It was meant to go mudding. It never had the intention to crush cars or anything like that. Gravedigger, if you really think about it, was a pacifist. It never meant to hurt anybody. But that all changed when Monster Jam and all that stuff rolled around. Bob Chandler crushed that one car, and now look where we're at. We got a gray barrel with this one here. I'm rambling. I'm doing that thing that I always do. And then here is the card insert with the original Gravedigger logo. I love that. That is awesome. But anyway, Gravedigger, the original Gravedigger. And you know what's going to sound really weird that I'm going to say this? Believe it or not, this is my favorite version of Gravedigger. The black and green wrecking machine is really cool and all, but I think it's, in its own way, it's become basic. And I don't know why. I love the original design of Gravedigger, though. For some reason, I prefer this over the new design, which is weird because this isn't even a monster truck. But yeah, so this is Gravedigger. And like I said, I mentioned that this truck was a mud truck originally, and that's exactly what you're seeing here with the tires. So we've got a red primer body. This truck is known as Red Primer Gravedigger too. So you got the red primer body. You've got a gray chassis and gray roll cage here, which looks really cool. You have got yellow rims, which the real truck actually featured. However, this time we've got brown tires because, of course, this is a mud truck. Also, the first truck that we looked at, the Zombie, was part of the World Finals series. This truck here is a part of the Retro Rebels series, so that's pretty cool. Also, like I said, these trucks came out during the 40th anniversary year for Gravedigger, so there's two Gravedigger trucks in this case, which we'll show later. Anyway, Here it is, the Gravedigger. Looks awesome. You got the door handle, the hinges, all of this insane detail that they did not have to put on here. They went all the way with. It looks absolutely amazing. Got the Gravedigger logo there. If you look at the front end, you've got this cool bumper with the front. This is meant to be like a Ford F100, I think. Got the headlights, which look really cool. And instead of the Ford logo there, they put a Monster Jam logo, which looks really good. I love how they snuck that in there and were able to keep it looking realistic. Got the nose, look there, you got those little gray lines. The exhaust pipes sticking out the top look amazing. Gravedigger here on this side, and I'm noticing something that's actually a bit off here and wrong. It should say Dennis on the window there, and it doesn't. I wonder if that's a misprint or if they actually got that wrong on this truck. I don't know. I find it cool though that they did take the negative space bar and make it look like a like the actual bed of the truck. That's really cool how they hid that in there. And then of course you can see the diamond plating there in the chassis. It's pretty neat. And then of course the back end says, "We ain't bad, but the bad don't mess with us," which is the saying that this is the saying that Gravedigger's been using for years. It is the saying that everybody knows and loves. Monster Jam logo there on the chassis as well. So yeah, that is Mud Truck Gravedigger. Again, I really love this. I don't know why, but the tires feel slimy. And I wonder if that's because of the lack of texture due to the BKT printing and stuff like that. But it is weird. That is strange. But anyway, yeah, there you go. That is Mud Truck Gravedigger. Moving right along to truck number 3, this is See-Through Crew Gravedigger. Now, in the last video, you may remember we looked at See-Through Crew Max D. That truck had a lot of problems with it, which is why it wasn't one of my favorites. Arguably, it wasn't my least favorite. Or maybe it was, yeah, it was my least favorite truck of the case. And the reason why it was my least favorite truck of the case was because it lacked. It didn't have everything that the truck was supposed to have. And I don't know why. It was never explained to the community why the Max D didn't have all the correct stuff on it. However, this Gravedigger does have all the correct stuff on it, which we're about to show off right now. And you can see why it's called See-Through Crew Gravedigger. In the package, we got a poster. Everybody loves the posters. I know I do. Freaking love those posters. They're amazing. What in the world? Anyway, yeah. So we got the posters here. That's really cool. Green Crush car is the accessory in this one. All the Crush cars are the same casting, so I don't have to worry about showing that off. Here is the card insert with the classic Gravedigger logo that everybody knows and loves. All right. Shoop. Get that out of here. And here is the Gravedigger. So immediately you can see why it's called the See-Through Crew series. It's because it's see-through. The whole truck is see-through except for the body. Would have been cool if they would have been able to do the body too, but I understand why they didn't do the body, because this truck needs weight. If they would have done the body see-through, they would have had to make the body plastic instead of fiberglass, and then this truck literally would have weighed nothing. Like, you could literally go like that and it would float away. So I understand why they did what they did with this one. Would have been cool if we somehow could have gotten a see-through body though. Who knows? Anyway, let's take a look at it here. We got a black body. We've got a clear green roll cage, a clear chassis, clear black tires with clear green rims. Now, if you may remember from the Max D truck, the roll cage and the tires on Max D were not see-through. They corrected that on Gravedigger, and now we have a perfectly see-through truck. It is beautiful. I love the way it is so translucent looking, and I bet and light just almost passes right through it. Like if you look at the shadow of the truck on the background. You see that? Look at the tires and like the chassis and all that. The light, it looks super weird because the light just passes right through it. So it's like I said, it's just Gravedigger. The body is just Gravedigger. Nothing really changed. Bad to the bone. Gravedigger on the sides with the, that's weird. For some reason, the windshield on the truck does not meet the top of the cab there. I don't know what that's all about. I wonder if I can fix that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Other than the fact that everything on the bottom of the truck is see-through, this is just a normal Gravedigger, and I'm not going to spend too much time going over it. So anyway, that is all I got to show off there. Let's get to the turntable. Next up for the Crazy Creatures series, which I think is what this is a part of. Right? Yep, Crazy Creatures. So next up for a part of the Crazy Creatures series, this is a Spin Master custom concept truck known as Horsepower, which is a great name for this truck. I love that name. So, such a great name for a horse-themed truck, which horse-themed trucks, we really don't see those very often. You know, of course, back in the original like Hot Wheels Monster Jam days, there was Clydesdale, which was a real-life truck. And I think there was one called Pony Express, which I think was a Mustang, which is what made that one horse-themed, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this one is legit a horse head, which is pretty cool. The accessory we got for this one is a silver barrel. I now have 4 of those, which is perfect. That's exactly how many I needed for what I was doing. Got a poster, of course. You'd be in the wrong without a poster anymore, right, Spin Master? You'd be wrong if you didn't have a poster in the package anymore, right? And then the Horsepower nameplate. Looks awesome. Love it. Okay. Toss that on the floor. And here we go. Horsepower. This one looks awesome. I love the way this one looks. Let me just say things doubly because why not? So the truck actually looks really good. I love the way that this one turned out. Got the horsepower there on the side. We've got a brown body with a brown roll cage, black chassis, black tires, silver rims, and yellow bead locks. Now, apparently this is meant to look like horseshoes on the horse hooves, is why they painted them the way they did, which if that's the case, they nailed that. I love the way that looks. And then, of course, we got plastic inserts for the hair, the ears, and the tail. But other than that, everything else is all casted in here, and I love the way this looks. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm surprised they haven't made this into a real truck yet, because to me, it seems like it would fit in perfectly with all of the animal-themed monster trucks that Spin Master has. Which, now that I'm stopping and thinking about it, why are all the Feldone monster trucks animal themed? Have you ever wondered that? Like a good chunk of them are animal themed, which I think is really strange. But yeah, so that is Horsepower. Got the rings with the reins here. Looks really good. Connected to the bar that goes in the mouth. I know nothing about horses. I am a monster truck guy, not a horse guy. I don't know squat about the stuff on horses, okay? You got the nose here with the nostrils. The teeth are actually molded in. Hard to feel. It's kind of, you can feel. Oh my God, you can kind of feel them there, which is pretty cool. Tail, and then of course the strap here actually goes all the way across and through the hair, which looks really cool. But yeah, that is Horsepower, a really cool truck. And like I said, I am surprised this has not been made into a real truck because I feel like that is something that they could totally do. But anyway, here's the turntable. Speaking of custom concepts, where would we be without a partner to the Scooby-Doo monster truck? Everybody knows the Scooby-Doo monster truck is practically famous. Well, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the only truck for the Nitro Neon series in 2022, which I'm glad. Okay, I hate the Nitro Neon series, you guys know that, but they decided to do one more truck before they ended the series going into 2023, and I'm glad they did it because this one actually looks good. I kind of like the way that this one turned out. This is the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. Everybody knows Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's the best cartoon. Right up there with Courage the Cowardly Dog for best cartoon. That is interesting. I did not know that. Does it say on that on all the packages? It does. That's cool. So I gotta show something off here when we're done on the card back. Let's get the mystery. That thing is heavy. Holy crap, is that heavy. Here's the poster. Obviously, they've made the Mystery Machine before. The Mystery Machine monster truck is very popular. Very cool one. There's a dirt ramp, brown dirt ramp. I wish they would have done a colored one for the Mystery Machines Nitro Neons, but whatever. And then here is the Mystery Machine card art right there. Looks really good. And yeah, before I take this out, I want to show you all of the packages all of the packages have the Spin Master logo in here. This one actually has the Scooby-Doo logo, which is also really cool. But anyway, Scooby-Doo. The Scooby-Doo monster truck has been racing in Monster Jam for a while. It is a real monster truck that has been racing in Monster Jam. And Spin Master decided to make a partner truck for it, and that is the Mystery Machine. So here's what it looks like. Pretty cool little design, not gonna lie. I love the way that this one looks. Pretty neat. So taking a look at the setup here, we've got a teal body. This is not teal. This is more like aquamarine, not aquamarine. What color am I thinking of? I don't know. We'll go with aquamarine. So we got an aquamarine body, a green roll cage, black or charcoal gray chassis. We've got aquamarine tires and yellow rims, which look really good. So taking a look at the side panel here, it is the typical Mystery Machine setup from the original cartoon, not like the movies or anything. Got the green with the grass and the flowers. Definitely looks like the smoker wagon that they've had for all these years. The front end does have the wheel cover with the flower on it, which looks really good. And of course, you got the headlights there, which kind of look like eyes for some reason. Launch Jam logos on the side because they needed to include that. And then copyright and trademark, Hanna-Barbera. S22, whatever that stands for. And then of course we've got the lights, tail lights, which look really good with the hatch on the door and everything. So yeah, like I said, the reason why I like this one is because they made the tires match the body color, which is something that they don't really do very often in the Nitro Neon series. And then of course the rims match the flowers on the side, so it looks like the flowers on the body. It works really well, and I really think that they did a good job with this one. So that is the Nitro Neon's Mystery Machine. We got the window, really big window inserts. The casting for this is also really cool. But yeah, that is the Nitro Neon's Mystery Machine. Let's get to the turntable. Now we are starting to get into interesting trucks. This is the Crazy Creatures, right? This is Crazy Creatures? Nope, Arena Favorites. This is the Arena Favorites Purple Jurassic Attack. Now, this one's really interesting to get because there never was a normal Purple Jurassic Attack. Purple Jurassic Attack is a ride truck. This is not a ride truck. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't think there was ever a normal Purple Jurassic Attack. I thought they were always, I thought the purple was always reserved for the ride truck. Then again, I might be wrong. Who knows? I'm always afraid to do this because I'm always afraid I'm going to, like, wreck my studio. Just absolutely, I'm going to wreck it. All right, there we go. So yeah, Purple Jurassic Attack here. I won't lie, this Jurassic Attack, the purple one, looks a lot angrier than the blue one. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it looks angrier than the blue one. So we got a poster here. And we've got, for the accessory, a gray silver crush car. Really cool. Let's get the card art here is actually incorrect because this is the Purple Jurassic Attack. That yellow should be green, but it is the correct logo at least. Doesn't have the colors right, but you know what I mean. All right. Nobody cares. Anyway, let's do this. This is the Jurassic Attack. Really cool. We've got a purple body with a black roll cage and gray chassis, black tires, and white rims, which look really good. So yeah, like I said, this is supposed to be a ride truck. The thing that we've gotten here is not a ride truck. This is just a normal, typical monster truck, which is strange, but I'll let it go. Launch Jam logo there. Of course, the Purple Jurassic Attack is meant to look like the blue one with the scales and everything. Got the Jurassic Attack logo. Like I said, if you look, instead of a yellow Jurassic, they changed it to green. Of course, you got the claw marks there, which look really good, ripping up the skin. The windows are meant to have more of a reptilian eyeball rather than just a typical dinosaur eyeball. They got the reptilian one in there, which looks really cool. Here's the other side, exactly the same, not too much detail to see there. Flip it over to the back side, got Jurassic Attack again with the green instead of the yellow. And then if you look at the horns and beak of the dino here, it is an ivory color rather than a white color, which I really, or more like a cream color than a white color, which I really like that choice that they made there to do that. It actually looks really good. And then of course the fin is purple and features green accents on it, which look great. I love that. So yeah, that is the Purple Jurassic Attack. Like I said, this is not a real monster, or this is not a monster truck in real life. It's a ride truck, which is really strange that they, I feel like I get why they did this, but at the same time, I really don't. I feel like what they should have done is they either should have done the original brown Jurassic Attack, or they should have done the modern day cyborg Jurassic Attack, which is infuriating as it sounds. in the year 2023, they had Jurassic Attack slated to be made alongside Velociraptor. Everybody thought that we were going to get the Cyborg Jurassic Attack. We didn't. We got a re-release of this truck, which is upsetting that they would do that, but it's whatever. So anyway, here's the turntable. This is a truck that I have always wanted to have in my collection. You are looking at the legendary Tristan England's Earthshaker. I am always excited to rep Team Earthshaker with Tristan England behind the wheel. That guy is an absolute legend. And for those of you who don't know, Tristan England and Earthshaker here won the World Racing Championship this year. So that's awesome. But yeah, I love Earthshaker. I think the truck is really cool. It's a really neat little design. When I first saw it, I won't lie, I actually didn't like it when I first saw it. But then as I started to grow accustomed to the driver and the truck itself, I got over my complaints. Like I said, it's actually a really awesome truck. And I've always wanted a die cast of it, and that is exactly what I've got right in front of me now, is a die cast of this truck. So hyped. And as you would imagine, the accessory is a brown dirt ramp, as it should be, because Earthshaker, you know. Here's the Earthshaker nameplate. This one is super duper exciting to finally have. So, I'm gonna curb my excitement. We're gonna take a look at this sucker. Here it is, Earthshaker. So we've got a yellow body with a yellow roll cage, a black chassis, black tires, and gray rims. Looks really good. So Earthshaker here is pretty much a one-to-one replica of the real-life truck body-wise. Like it is a spot-on replica. You got the dirt, the Earthshaker logo on the fender, Monster Jam. You got the hydraulic here. The split between the cab and the bed that is actually there on the real truck. You got the caution tape. That is one thing that the Hot Wheels monster truck never did, is they didn't get the gap correct. Got the caution tape there. The cab is all blacked out. Got the hood that says Earthshaker on it with the caution tape everywhere. That is awesome. Love that. This side's exactly the same. They got the color of yellow correct and everything. They got the cool little like V front end. I'm glad that they nailed that. That makes me happy. And then the bed is really interesting. MonsterJam.com on some dirt back here. The bed is actually full of dirt. Now that is not there on the real truck. The real truck, the whole bed of the real truck is actually empty. And you can see the inner workings of the truck through the bed. However, they put this here as like a negative space kind of thing, so that way all of the stuff could be held on. However, in a new release, I think Series 30 was the series that I just bought recently, the dirt is gone and is instead all of the black. There's a black plate in here and just a bar that comes across right there, which is actually kind of what the real truck looks like. So I actually like that better than the dirt. But yeah, so this dirt is here to act as like almost a really large negative space bar. And it works. It works. I'll give them that. But anyway, that is Tristan England's Earthshaker. Freaking love this truck. Freaking love Tristan England. Here is the turntable. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for one of the coolest Spin Master releases ever? This is from the, well, I should have said what England's truck was also a part of. Hold on. I'm getting things a bit screwed up here. Tristan England was part of Arena Favorites. This truck is also Arena Favorites. What you are looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, is Jim Kohler's Avenger, but this is Fire Avenger. This truck ran for a special show, which was the All-Star Challenge back in 2019. The Fire and Ice event that they did. As he should have, a lot of the trucks didn't do that, and I felt like that was one of the reasons why the All-Star Challenge was a bit disappointing, was they did a Fire and Ice theme, and only like a quarter of the trucks actually had Fire and Ice paint jobs, which was dumb. Avenger was one of them, and he wasn't even slated. Here's the accessory, it's a gray barrel. He wasn't even slated to be like part of the Spin Master diecast release for the Fire and Ice series. And he went out there with this fire paint job that everybody loved. Here's the nameplate. And yeah, it was cool to see. And we were all questioning, like, are we gonna get a Fire Avenger? Well, 2 years later, we finally did. And here's what it looks like. The Fire Avenger looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna waste no time showing this sucker off. We've got a black body with a gray roll cage, black chassis. We've got black tires with white BKT printing and red rims. So here it is. This truck ran in the All-Star Challenge. Absolutely beautiful. I love the way this thing turned out. There are a couple complaints that were with this truck, and I'm going to explain what those are here. But as you can see, you got the flames. Avenger is written on the side. Monstrum Cone and Lucas Oil there. One of the complaints that came with this truck is that the skull was scooted down. The top of the skull on this truck is actually covers the window on the real truck. They didn't do that with this, and I understand why. Printing on the window is a dangerous thing to do because the paint can fall off really easily. On the hood, you can see the skull here with the flames coming off of the headlights. Now the headlights, and I actually, Monstrum OCD talked about this, which is where I learned this from. The reason why they painted the headlights the way they did, now they should have just kept the yellow on the lights. However, they extended it and made the yellow cover the whole light well. And the reason why they did it was to make it look like the headlights are turned on and that the lights are glowing, which I think they capture really well with that. It looks really good. And of course, you got the grill there. Looks like it's smiling. This truck is meant to look like a 57 Bel Air, by the way, which I think they captured really well. It does look like a Bel Air. The back end here, which is also really interesting, says Avenger on it. That's not there on the real truck. This is meant to be a negative space bar, by the way. The Avenger logo that you see right here is actually supposed to be on the grill. On the real truck, the grill was blacked out and had the Avenger logo there. So what I'm assuming what they did, because they couldn't print on here, they took that Avenger logo and they moved it back here, which I agree that they should have done, because I think it's good that they kept it on the truck, and I understand why they didn't put it up there. Makes sense to me. So, you know, and then the top of the truck has flames on it. So yeah, that is the Fire Avenger. Hands down the best truck of this entire case, if not the best truck of the whole year for that year. Like, this truck turned out amazing. But anyway, yeah, here's the turntable for Fire Avenger. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I know this video has been going on for a long time, but this is the final truck, truck number 9, the El Toro Loco for the True Heavy Metal series. Alrighty, so here's the name insert plate right here with El Toro Loco, and yeah, so this truck's got an interesting detail to it, which I'll talk about right now. First off, I want to point out, just take a look at the truck here. It is a typical El Toro Loco with a orange body. We've got a silver roll cage, a steel silver chassis, black tires with white BKT printing, and gray rims. So there's an interesting thing we need to talk about with this truck. First off, you're going to notice that the engine has been painted black and the shocks are painted orange, which is really interesting. I like that they did that. The El Toro Loco is pretty much exactly the same. Not too much detail to talk about there. Pretty much exactly the same. So I'm not going to go into it. What I am going to talk about, though, is the chassis itself. So what you're looking at right now is a specific chassis. I'm going to butcher this because I didn't research it beforehand, but I'm pretty sure it's Chuck Warner. Chuck Warner drove this truck, and when he did, he ran his own chassis on the truck, which he basically took his own monster truck chassis and put the El Toro Loco body on it, and it looked exactly like this. So this is like a hidden Easter egg within a chase piece. This is a chase piece, by the way. This truck is rare. But I need to talk about that specifically. I see people talking about that all the time. They easily put this truck in the top 10 for the year because of the fact that it's a Chuck Warner chassis kind of thing, like a hidden Easter egg, which I understand. Me personally, I hate the way this looks. As a die cast, I don't think the gray on gray, I don't think looks good in my opinion. I don't like it. But again, that's just my opinion. And I'll say straight up, I understand why people love this. I understand why people think this is so cool. I get why Spin Master did it, to do a slight nod and say things like that. But from my personal opinion, I don't think this looks good as a chase piece. I think this is definitely the worst chase piece of the year, in my opinion, just because I personally, as a collector and as a Mosh Jam fan, don't really care about nuances like that. But for Chuck Warner and for all the collectors that do, this is like a gold mine right here. This thing is beautiful to them. To me, it just looks weird, and I'm not a fan. But again, to all of you guys who love this truck, I'm not hating on you or anything. I'm not calling you stupid. I understand 100% why you absolutely love this. I don't. That's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah, that is the final truck for today's video. Again, it is a true heavy metal truck, so if I grab Earthshaker over here and drop it, you can hear it. If I grab, well, you probably can't because of the background music. Actually, I'll just take the background music out for this part. Now, if we take the El Toro Loco here, you can hear the difference. You can hear the difference. Like you can see the camera shake when I drop El Toro Loco. Like the camera full on friggin' shakes when I do that. This thing is and then the reason why for that is because the chassis is literally made out of steel. Like when I put my finger on the chassis when I was showing it off earlier, it was cold to the touch. It was cold. But anyway, yeah, that is El Toro Loco for the True Heavy Metal series. Here is the turntable. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's all 8 of them together. Again, oh, I actually noticed something, and I wanted to point this out. They took the nose ridges off of El Toro Loco. I'm pretty sure El Toro Loco had a rigid nose originally, and he doesn't anymore. It's smooth. When I picked the truck up, I noticed that, and I was like, well, that's a weird thing. I wonder why they did that. But anyway, yeah, here is all 9 of them together for the whole case. Such a cool case. This is a really good mix of trucks right here. Oh, and the poster, as usual. Let's take a look at the collection side of the poster here. As you can see, Series 23, there's all of the trucks together. Looks really cool. Love the way that looks. And now let's play a fun game here. We're going to guess which truck is on the other side of the poster. So, which one of the 9 is it? I'll tell you right now, it isn't one of the top 4, and it isn't the chase piece. It is Earthshaker. So there's the real-life Earthshaker for those of you who are wondering what it looked like. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next diecast unboxing video, which is Hot Wheels by the looks of things. Peace out.